If I want to get everyone on my side, I should really tell them the truth, but it's not like they'll all believe I'm a time traveler right away. Even if they did, that would come with its own problems. If they learn about the future, history will change again.
If you change too much, you won't be able to predict what will happen as easily as before. You could probably help the others avoid making the same mistakes as before without telling them everything. Of course, there's no way of knowing if that's the right choice either.
Being able to predict what will happen next is a huge advantage. I didn't want to lose that, especially not if it could help me guide everyone toward a brighter future. With that in mind, I did the only thing I could. Why'd you clam up all of a sudden? Answer us. How'd you know Ato was a traitor? Well, I lied to them. Last night I went to Ato's room to talk to him about what we were going to do here. And I just happened to see his diary left open on his desk. He'd written out his whole plan in it.
What?
Huh? That's not what you told... I gave Saray a sharp look. I hope that he would see the message in my eyes. I'll explain later. Anyway, that's how I found out what Ato was up to. Everyone exchanged dubious glances. They clearly weren't sure whether to believe me or not. Well, it's not important how you got this information. What we really need to do is figure out if he really is a traitor or not. Hey, you're right. Let's go hear what Ato has to say about it. I agree with my dear sister. The others nodded in agreement, and they all started filing out of the war room. What? Don't you guys believe me? Saray ran off after them, leaving just me and Hideko. For some reason, she was looking at me with an odd, confused expression.
Why?
She muttered that single, solitary word to herself, then left. Did she say why? Why what? Well, whatever. I'd better go after the others myself. They said they were going to talk to Ato. That means they're heading to the courtyard. I have to walk there. It's on the 2nd floor, and I am on the 3rd floor. Cool beans. I found Saray waiting for me in the hallway. I thought about it and realized there was no need for me to get involved. No skin off my nose if the others want to get Outsuki's side of the story. What's he gonna tell them? You're being tricked. Saray and Takumi are lying to you. Even if he did say something like that, he's got no evidence to back it up. I, on the other hand, have footage of his sudden change in demeanor and everything he said last night. Let him talk to him, and if they want, you and I have other things to discuss. Let me guess, you want to know why I didn't tell them the truth? That's right. I explained my thought process to Saray. If everyone found out about what was coming, the future would change again. To maintain the advantage my foreknowledge gave me, I decided to keep them in the dark for now. Didn't you come back because you wanted to change the future, though? Yeah, but to a future where all of us survive. If I can't do that, there's no point in any of this. I want to be the light that guides us towards that future. I see. In other words, your ultimate objective is for everyone to watch the final attack together with smiles on their faces, yes? Not exactly. I really couldn't care less about the final attack. But he had the part about everyone being there right, so I just kept quiet and nodded. I like it. Your interests and mine match up perfectly. So what do you say we work together? I'll keep it a secret from the others that you came from the future. And if it'll help the special defense unit function more efficiently, I'm more than happy to practice a little deception. Thanks, I appreciate it. One more thing. How much do you know about our mission here exactly? And so I told Saray how things went down during my original 100 days at the Academy. Starting with what happened when I went to second to last Defense Academy and met Nigo and the other team members. Then the revelations that followed. World Death, Cryptoglobin, the Exodus Project, the artificial satellite. And of course the fact that the boy made of undying flames we'd spoken with last night was who was in the defense room. I told him more or less everything I knew. The only thing I left out was that's my voice. The only thing I left out was what I learned about Nozomi. The secrets she'd shared that first time were between her and me. Huh, I see. Is that all? Is that all? You mean there's more? What? No, of course not. Well, I mean, in another timeline, I learned that this wasn't Earth. I also learned that we were essentially fabricated. What else have I learned? I learned there's a secret room downstairs where we have livor mortis codes. I think that's all we've learned so far. You already learned a crazy amount of stuff. That's enough, isn't it? Actually, there was still something that was bothering me. You learned how to eat cake! Stop! I am mortified. The scene happened a second time. And you know how Takumi reacted? He had a straight face and said, "Stop moving." Mortified.
Right. That's what you think the truth is. You got it all wrong, though.
Anyway, I better get going. I'll pretend like we never had this conversation, all sneaky-like. Sneaky, incognito, reliable, ethical, inside man. That's me. Was the cake better or worse than meat dumplings? One is one thing and one is the other. My innocent mind is saying worse. Ziray hurried away, looking more suspicious than sneaky. It looked like fun. Kalofi, let's just say it also involved eating people. But they were still alive. I'm mortified. Mortified. Do I really not know the whole truth yet? Was Eito right? Well, even if he was, it's no use asking him now. This version of him has only been here for 3 days. He doesn't know all the things he told me in the defense room back then. Still, though, maybe I'll go talk to him anyway. Everyone else is probably there already. So the courtyard. I was looking for the stairs. I believe the courtyard is on this floor. Yes, it is. Oh, hey, Takumi. Eito fessed up already. He told us everything. Yeah, he said we look like a bunch of freaky monsters to him. For me, that's actually a compliment. Practically a promotion, in fact. Most of the time, I'm more on the level of something a monster would leave in its litter box.
You're monster poop, but that's interesting in a whole different way.
Huh? His hatred of mankind seems to be the real deal at any rate. He even said we should all be destroyed. It all lines up with what you and Ziray told us.
What are we gonna do with him now? Chuck him in a barrel of used needles and see what he catches? What do you think we should do, Hideko?
Oh, yes, we've been awfully quiet. You've been awfully quiet today, Miss Shizuhara. Something on your mind? No, not really. Hideko's eyes darted towards me, almost like she was watching to see how I'd handle all this.
Yeah! I'll go along with whatever you say, Mistress Hideko. Would you like his appendix? I'll bring it to you on a silver platter.
Why just the appendix?
Oh.
I'll leave the decision to Takumi. Huh?
Oh.
You're the one who stopped Eito last night. You could have killed him then, but you didn't.
Oh.
I can only assume you had a good reason for sparing him. Well, I kind of exhausted the timeline where we did kill him. Honestly, I don't think I did. It just didn't feel right to kill another human being in cold blood. I don't know, though. Was that really all there was to it? I know an insignificant pile of monster poop like me has no right to weigh in on this. But I think we should let Eito live, too. He seems really smart, so if we play our cards right, he might be useful to us. We gotta respect life, too. Even soup stock carries the soul of the veggies used to make it.
Huh?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
We're agreed on letting Ato live then?
He shouldn't be a threat so long as he stays in his cage. It's got some kind of weird tech to negate his powers.
Aw, so I don't get to rip out his appendix. If this were a killing game, he'd be a perfect candidate for the first murder victim.
He hasn't said a word since I came into the courtyard. The matter was decided. Ato would be kept in his cage in the courtyard from now on. At least there's a comfy bed in his cage. When I was imprisoned by Vashna, she made me sleep on the floor. As the others left, no one spared a word for the prisoner himself. All they gave him was brief glares of contempt. Takumi, you did come here from the future, didn't you?
Huh.
You seem intent on hiding it now, but that's what's going on here, isn't it? You're keeping it secret from the others. It's okay. You don't have to explain why. I can figure that part out for myself. Unlike the rest of them, I'm not an idiot. Did they tell you my story about reading your plan in your diary? Oh, yes. I could tell right away that you'd made up some excuse. So I went along with it. I told them I really did keep a diary and that I'd written down my plan to kill C-Ray in it. I played the part perfectly, if I do say so myself. Why, though? What's your angle? What indeed? Maybe I just didn't want to let them in on the truth. What really happened that night is a secret between you and me now. Technically, C-Ray and the creature wreathed in flames know too, but still. In other words, he saw an opportunity and took it. He's holding on to this information until he can use it to his advantage. Speaking of that thing made of undying flames... Stop right there. I don't have to tell you anything. I'm asking the questions here. The you I fought in the future said that you learned the truth about this war. A truth not even I knew. Do you have any idea what that could have meant? I'm not the same person you knew in that timeline. I'm as clueless as you are. Not that I wouldn't like to know why humanity is forging such an abhorrent war. Of course, you could tell me that yourself, couldn't you? I left without saying any more. I looked back just once. Ato was watching me intently, his eyes alight with intelligence and malice. That afternoon, after lunch, we made our way to the war room to speak to C-Ray. Never did get a chance to get you to spill the beans about the truth this morning. You're gonna tell us, aren't you? When we asked yesterday, you said it wasn't something you could decide on your own.
Yeah.
Which means there's someone above you calling the shots, right? Yeah, but don't sweat it. You got permission. I got permission. I'll tell you everything.
All right then.
No time like the present, I say. Go ahead and tell us. What's going on here? C-Ray nodded and began his explanation. None of it was new information to me, though. It was the same stuff I'd learned during my first 100 days. World Death, Cryptoglobin, the Exodus Project, the artificial satellite, the boy made of undying flames and his physical body in the defense room, the existence of Second to Last Defense Academy, and the 5 other fighters there. It all felt so familiar. There was nothing there to surprise or unnerve me. Everybody else was just as shocked as I'd expected, though. When it was all done, they stood there dumbfounded, trying in vain to take it all in. By the time C-Ray had finished his explanation, the whole day had passed us by. So, what exactly does all that mean for us?
Weren't you listening? We're about to hold a killing game, duh.
Nobody said anything about that.
In other words, we need to defend this school for the next 97 days.
When we do that, the missiles that the baby has been charging up will be launched. One final attack to wipe out all remaining life, including the invaders. And that'll stop world death once and for all.
It's basically like winning a killing game on a worldwide MMO scale.
But we ain't gonna get caught up in it ourselves.
Right before the attack, we'll board an escape pod.
And take off into outer space. Then we'll join the rest of humanity back on the artificial satellite. I knew you guys would get it. How could you not? Even when I explained it so well. For some reason, Hideko remained silent through all this. She refused to even make eye contact with any of us. It seemed like she was thinking hard about something. What do you know that I don't? And this explanation has helped elevate your will to fight to a whole new level, am I right? Hell yeah, I'm ready for this.
Let's kill us a whole bunch of invaders.
Yeah!
Yeah, you've convinced me. If it means making it back to the satellite alive, then I'm in. I'll give it my best shot. I might need a couple of barf bags, though.
I'll fight too. I'll do whatever it takes to protect my dear brother.
But Sister Dearest...
Don't try to stop me. You can say what you want, but my mind's made up.
I don't think I've ever heard you speak so forcefully. I guess that's that, then. How about you, Shoma? Honestly, I don't think a festering dung beetle like me will be of any real use. But I felt this weird surge of power pulsing through my body last night. I feel like I've ascended to the level of, I don't know, a festering stag beetle. Yeah, man, that's the spirit. Takumi, Hideko, you two have been fighting right from the start, so I guess there's no point in asking you, huh?
We'll be fighting with a full team in our next defensive battle then.
Seems that way. Let's all work together and wipe out those rotten invaders. Oh yeah, I'm really feeling it now.
Hooray!
Come on, let's do a motivational cheer to celebrate. All together now.
Special Defense Unit! Best in the world! Indestructible and undefeated! Never lose! Never yield! Special Defense Unit, fight on!
I preferred that cheer over the Takumi cheers. Unfortunately, or perhaps fortunately, I didn't get caught up in the pep rally mood Saray had going on. In my last timeline, Gaku, Tsubasa, Shoma, and the twins hadn't made up their minds to fight until much later. Had hearing the truth really motivated them that much? Or did their sudden boost in power have more to do with it, like in Shoma's case? Was the juiced-up cryptoglobin flowing through them giving them more confidence than before? Either way, I was grateful I wouldn't have to convince them to fight all over again. At the same time, though, this could mean history would change again, deviating from the future I knew even more. When I thought of it that way, I couldn't help feeling uneasy. I felt an intense gaze on me. I looked around and locked eyes with Hideko. She was looking back at me, also with a weirdly uneasy look on her face. Why do you look uneasy? The meeting in the war room came to a close. After a somber late dinner, the others decided to turn in for the night. I did the same and returned to my room. I lay down on my bed to just space out for a while, but then I got up and went to the door to greet my late night visitor.
Huh?
Hideko, what's up? I wanted to ask you about something.
Huh?
Oh, what is it?
Oh.
After we spoke to Eito in the courtyard, I went back to his room.
Oh.
I searched it from end to end, but I didn't find any diary. Oh, I burnt it. You've been lying to us, haven't you? What? Me? Lie? I don't know what you're talking about. You're from the future. You traveled back in time somehow and ended up here. That's how you really knew what Eito was up to. Am I wrong? Being confronted with the truth so abruptly threw me for a loop. My face tensed up and my palms began to sweat. How can you possibly know that? I realized too late that I shouldn't have said that. I was practically admitting she was right. Hideko must have realized it too, although in her case, she seemed to relax a little. I thought so. Well, that's all I wanted to know. I'll be going now. Hey, come back! Tell me what this is all about. I knew you were acting weird today. Ever since yesterday when I lied to the others, actually. When they all left, you stayed behind and you... You asked why. You didn't look happy either. What? What did you mean by that? Just how much do you know anyway? Hideko didn't answer, she just looked away. Her brows were furrowed and she was biting her lip in thought. We stood there in silence for a while until she gave a sigh and spoke up again. Let me sleep on it. I'll tell you everything tomorrow, if I don't change my mind before then. You will? Yes. But I'll tell you one thing right now. Two, in fact. Keeping your time travel secret from the others was probably the right choice. This game goes for not killing Eito. Until tomorrow, then. With that, Hideko left the room, leaving me alone with my confusion and angst. Gasp? Why are we gasping? We know she can time travel, I just don't know what she knows. Day 4. Oh, why is this music playing? Now that you had your breakfast, I have 2 very important announcements to make. Announcements? First of all, I've decided to give you the run of the school. Every classroom is now unlocked, except the morgue, because we don't need it. I'd originally planned to open them up little by little, but I was really touched by your show of determination yesterday. Consider this your reward.
Awesome! Dibs on first try in the guillotine room.
Whatever that is, we don't have one here. What about the second announcement? In other words, in order to make you a more efficient fighting unit, you need a team leader. The invaders have commanders, so we should have one too. And the position goes to...
Seriously? You want me to be the leader?
Nobody said anything yet. Yeah, besides, it's a Sumino. Huh? Me? You exposed the traitor in our midst and saved your commanding officer from a terrible fate. You've also demonstrated your ability to rally others behind you. Your personality makes you a perfect candidate, too. What do you guys think? Any objections?
I think it's a good idea. Yeah, I'm fine with it.
I'll cast my vote for Takumi, too. Although in my case, it's probably only worth 0.000000001% of a normal vote. It's always the Red Ranger that leads the team in those hero shows. Takumi's got red hair, so he should be fine. Actually, okay, so I was under the assumption I didn't really follow Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but like I kind of know about it, right? I assumed that oh my gosh, what's the red one's name? It's not Michelangelo. Raphael. I thought Raphael was the leader. Apparently Donatello's the leader. I don't know why I made that assumption. I made that assumption because he was red. My dear sister and I dress in red too, but Mr. Sumino's probably the better choice. You're the wrong one to ask. Leonardo is the leader, not Donatello. My bad. Because he's the smart one. Or he was in the original. I am taking your word for it. I just know I was told I was wrong. It's not the red one. The blue one. Yeah, the blue one. The smart one. Donatello is the smart one. Oh. He's the techie person. I don't know my Ninja Turtles. He's purple. He's people. We're stuck on the topic of people. Oh, you grew up on them. I just know Michelangelo's my favorite. He's the orange one that likes pizza. I mean, they all like pizza, but he really likes his pizza.
I had a vision that this would happen. Takumi will lead us all toward a brighter future.
Fine, if that's how you all feel, I'll step down and let Takumi take over.
I'm more the cool outsider type anyway.
How about you, Shizuhara? Hideko took a moment to think about it before answering.
Oh.
I have no reason to oppose this decision. Good enough for me. Takumi Sumino, I hereby confer upon you the position of Captain of the Special Defense Unit. I expect you to help your team members grow and lead them all towards a spectacular victory. What was I supposed to say? Thanks but no thanks? I don't think anyone would have let me weasel out of it like that. Instead, I resigned myself to the inevitable and nodded. Yeah, okay, I'll do my best. I mumbled a half-assed acceptance. He was my favorite too, but after the first movie, I came to like Raphael. You think it was the first one anyway? Or maybe it was the second one. He has a rough exterior. Everyone said things like, "Nice to meet you, Captain," or "Don't let us down, Captain." I think they were just teasing me, though. After a few slaps on the back, they filed out of the cafeteria. Last to leave was Hideko. I hurried over to her before she could get out of the door. Every time I see scenes with her, I get more and more excited to start working on her cosplay. Hideko, wait. What is it? What do you think it is? We're supposed to talk. You told me you'd tell me what you've been hiding today. I don't remember making any such promises. What? I said I'd tell you everything if I didn't change my mind. I thought about it all last night, and unfortunately for you, I did change my mind. You've got to be kidding me. I never kid anyone in my entire life. Hideko pushed her glasses up to the bridge of her nose for emphasis. She looked tired out somehow. I thought you were on my side. Your side? You didn't object when C-Ray made me captain. That doesn't mean I approve of you. I just thought that if you were leading the team, it would make things easier for me. Much better to have a figurehead in place so no one will bother me. A figurehead? In other words, you're a puppet leader. You could have just taken the position yourself. I'm really not the type to take the lead. Besides, I've seen this play out before. What are you talking about? Forget about what I said last night. Just move forward and do whatever you believe is best. With that, Hideko turned and left. The clacking of her heels echoed through the cafeteria, down the halls, and eventually faded away completely. I couldn't stop thinking about what Hideko had said. How did she know I'd traveled back in time? She told me to forget all about it, but that was easier said than done. I couldn't focus on anything else. My mind kept drifting back to this mystery. I needed to get the truth out of her. There had to be a way to convince her to tell me what she knew. Having decided that, I wandered all around the school looking for her. By the time I actually found her, the sun had already started to sink below the western horizon. I found Hideko in the war room. C-Ray was there too. They hadn't noticed me, but seemed to be talking about something serious. I hid behind a nearby pillar, hoping I could listen in on them. In the end, I couldn't hear a thing. If those two were talking in secret, it must be about something important. What were they keeping from me? I was getting more and more curious. I cupped my hand around my ear, but all I could hear was my pulse and the electronic buzzing of the nearby machinery. Damn it. Cursing wouldn't help. I knew that. All I could do was watch them as they carried on their mysterious conversation. I must have stood there like that for a pretty long time. Eventually, C-Ray handed Hideko something. It was small, and fit into the palm of her hand. I couldn't make out what it was from where I was standing. Did she get some kind of allowance from him? No, it couldn't be. Whatever it was, Hideko slipped it into her clothes and left the war room. C-Ray followed suit a little while after. What did he give her? Scandal! All that time, and I still didn't find out anything useful. What could Hideko have been talking to C-Ray about, and what was that thing she gave her? He gave her. I should go after her. I still have so many questions that need answering. It was past 11 p.m. by the time I headed back to the roof. I was still reluctant to give up and go to bed, though, so I decided to knock on Hideko's door instead. But when I got there, there was no one there. It was like Hideko had disappeared completely. Oh no, where'd she go? This is ridiculous. Just where did she go? As I stood there wondering to myself, I heard a noise. It sounded like propellers. I looked over the railing and down into the schoolyard. There, hovering near the wall of fire, was a drone with a fire extinguisher mounted to it. And standing next to it, Hideko! Hideko activated the extinguisher and created a hole in the wall. She stepped through it and out into the night. Where are you going? Where is she running off to now? I scrambled down the stairs, hoping it wasn't too late to catch her. I arrived in the entrance hall and, sure enough, one of the fire extinguishers was missing. I grabbed the remaining one and headed outside. Once I was past the wall, I walked around for a while, but didn't see any trace of Hideko.
Huh?
Guess I shouldn't be surprised. She could be anywhere out here. Why are you walking around without your class armor on? But now that I'd come this far, I couldn't just give up. Between what she told me last night and her conversation with Sirei today, Hideko had a lot of explaining to do. I wanted to know why she was wandering around school grounds at night, too. Just what is she up to? Still glancing around, I made my way down a narrow alley between two crumbling old buildings. That's when I saw it. What's it? As I was turning a corner, I caught sight of someone. They were a pretty long distance away. It was dark too, so I couldn't make out any more details. But even from behind, it was obvious enough who it was. Hideko. She was standing outside the entrance to a building on the edge of the town ruins. It didn't look like a house. It was probably some kind of office or facility. She looked around her one last time before slipping inside and disappearing from view. I hurried after her. What is this place? It kind of looks like a school. So I'll head inside. No, it's too small to be a school. I went through the entrance gate and headed towards the main building. I opened the door as slowly and quietly as I could and went inside. Right away, I noticed that one of the doors in the hall was slightly ajar and light was spilling out from the room beyond. I crept closer and peered through. What the heck is this? What the? My hand shot up to cover my mouth. I'd almost said that out loud. Hideko was in there all right, but she hadn't noticed I was here yet. I know there's some kind of large machine casing a few feet away from the door. I darted in and snuck behind it. With a sigh of relief, I took another look around the room. It was packed with weird-looking machinery, most of it rusting or broken. Maybe this was a research lab once? Doesn't look like it's been used in a long time. I poked my head out from my hiding place to see what Hideko was doing. She seemed to be operating one of the machines, pausing every now and then to adjust her glasses. That should do it. Now. She walked over to a giant locker and pulled the door open. Hazmat suits! Inside were, well, they were some kind of all bodysuits, like what deep sea divers or astronauts would wear. There were several hanging in that locker. More than 10 at least. Why are there so many? There were helmets too, old-timey, heavy-looking ones. Hideko grabbed a suit and a helmet and took them out of the locker.
Huh?
Wait, she's not gonna change right here, is she? The thought of being here while she undressed got me really nervous. Luckily or unluckily, she didn't actually strip down, but put the suit on over her clothes. There, ready to go. I'm running out of time. If I don't make the leap soon. I'm sorry, leap? What was that all about? Is she gonna jump? Is she jumping? At the back of the room was a control console of some kind. For those confused, in the Zero Escape timeline, they use the word jump to go from one timeline to the other. Hideko walked up to it and brought her fist down on a big red button. That done, she stepped up to a circular platform next to the machine. She got to the center of it and stood there. Then, particles of light started to fill the space around her. Star Trek teleporter thingy? Me who doesn't watch Star Trek? Wait a minute! What the heck? I had no idea what was going on, but my pulse was racing. My mind was drawing a complete blank. There was just one thought in my head. One thought and a rising sense of panic. Hideko was going to disappear. I'd never see her again. I couldn't let that happen.
Hideko!
I feel like that's a bad idea. Day 5. I'm not really sure what happened after that. Yeah, I would like to know. But when I came to... Oh, God, I look ill! I was on the floor and Hideko was holding me in her arms. At least, I think it was Hideko. She had a helmet on, so I couldn't tell for sure. The next moment, though, that question was answered.
Takumi, are you all right? Get a hold of yourself.
It was muffled, but it was unmistakably Hideko's voice. I felt a wave of relief wash over me, followed by a sharp pain.
What were you thinking, jumping in without a leap suit?
Leap suit? Is that what the thing you're wearing is called?
Yes. If you perform a parallel leap without one of these, it puts an incredible amount of strain on your body.
Oh, okay.
What's a parallel leap?
You were in another timeline, my boy. She didn't answer, and because of the helmet, I couldn't see what kind of expression she had on her face.
What are you doing here?
I followed you. I had some questions for you, about 100 of them at least. Although now it's more like 200.
At least your head wasn't seriously damaged. How's the rest of your body?
It feels numb. I don't think I can move. I feel really cold and nauseous too.
If you're going to throw up, do it after I leave.
Leave? Where are you going?
Back to the academy.
You're going back already? Why?
I don't have time to explain. It's already past midnight.
Midnight? What day is it now then?
Day 5, technically.
Technically?
Late night, day 4, or early morning, day 5?
What does it matter? Are you trying to waste my time? Ugh, I have to go. You stay here and rest. I mean it. Don't you dare move from this spot.
Hideko stepped away from me and made her way to a nearby locker. Not the locker she'd taken the leaf suit from, a different one. She opened the door, revealing 2 drones, both fitted with fire extinguishers. Huh? 2? That didn't seem right. If Hideko used one of them to leave the school, where did the other one come from? I'd left the extinguisher I used outside leaning against a wall. It couldn't have ended up in here It couldn't have ended up in here somehow, could it? While I was still trying to make sense of everything, Hideko grabbed one of the machines and rushed out the door, still wearing her leap suit. After lying there for a while, the feeling started coming back to my legs. Pretty soon I was able to move around again, and I got to my feet. Still in the same place I was before, right? It looks the same anyway. What happened when I dove into that circle of light after Hideko? And how long did I black out for? It didn't feel like very long. A minute at most. What could have happened during that minute? No use thinking about it now. I should go after Hideko. I went to the locker and took out the other extinguisher drone. The pain hadn't completely faded yet, but I pushed through it and made my way outside. I knew where Hideko was going. She told me herself. Back to the academy. I still didn't get why, though. Hideko had left the school in the dead of night, went to a weird research lab, then went right back to the school again. What was she doing? What was it all for? I kept pondering these questions as I made my way through the ruins. Eventually, I came in sight of familiar territory, Last Defense Academy, standing there just like I'd left it. But what's different inside? Now, where's Hideko? Did she go to her room? Did she go to the war room? I'll make my way to the war room. Maybe she went to see C-Ray? War room. Nothing to do here right now. Okay, maybe she went to her room. Huh? Isn't this classroom usually locked? It looks like I can get inside now. Oh my gosh, why is the morgue open? What timeline am I in? Who's dead? What is that? Several desks were lined up in the strange classroom. Is it Eito? Did we go back to a timeline where Eito's dead? And there was something lying on top of one of them. Something vaguely human-shaped under a white sheet. I slowly walked up to it, grabbed the white sheet, and pulled it off.
Eito? No, it can't be. He was shut up in his cage. There's no way he could have gotten out. So then how? How did he get here? And why is he dead?
But before I could do anything, a loud noise erupted from somewhere else in the school. It sounded like it came from above me. Confused and bewildered, I rushed into the hall and up the stairs. And when I got to the third floor, I heard the noise again. It's coming from the infirmary. Which way's the infirmary? I mean, I was just here. Somebody was collapsed in one corner of the room. She still had the weird suit on, but her helmet was gone now. I could see her face clearly. It was Hideko. I scrambled over to her and propped her up, just like she'd done for me earlier.
Hideko, are you okay? Come on, hang in there.
I shook her shoulders and her eyelids fluttered open. When she saw me, her eyes went wide with shock. And then for some reason, she kicked me in the stomach. Oh my gosh, is this why there's a timeline where Gaku was like, I saw 2 Takumis? I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting way ahead of myself. I went flying like a rag doll, smacked into a corpse recovery drone and it fell to the ground with a clatter. And that wasn't the end of it either. When I looked up, Hideko was standing right in front of me. She reached down and began squeezing my neck hard. It felt like she was trying to wrench my head clean off.
Hideko, what are you doing? Please, stop it!
I tried to pry her hands off me, but I wasn't strong enough. Whatever happened in the research facility had taken too much of a toll on me.
Please, Hideko! At this rate, I'm really gonna...
I never got to finish. The next moment, I blacked out completely. I don't know how much time passed after that. My consciousness drifted back at some point for a little while. Everything was still kind of fuzzy, though. My vision was blurry. It was hard to make out what was going on around me, but I had the vague impression of someone standing in front of the Revive-O-Matic. It was Hideko. There was a corpse recovery drone on the floor next to her. Was somebody inside? Really couldn't tell from where I was. I tried to sit up, but in the state I was in, I couldn't even lift my head up. So I just lay there and watched. The last thing I saw was the recovery drone getting sucked into the larger machine. And then everything went black again. What timeline am I in? The next time I woke up, it was a lot more sudden and more violent. I was on my feet, forced to stand with my arms held behind my back. Don't tell me. Was all that just an act? People do tell me I have a talent for inhabiting a character. You sure fooled me. It's me. I was Hideko all along. Yeah, I know. I looked over at the Revive-O-Matic. It was empty and the drone from before was gone. I only wish this was just a play. Then maybe we could rewrite the script so I wouldn't make such a terrible mistake. A mistake? I couldn't save him. I had no idea what Hideko was talking about, but it felt like it would be a bad idea to press her on it. Her voice was small and fragile in a way I hadn't heard before. Well, we're done here. Let's get going.
Huh?
We're going back. Back to where we belong. Why did we come here in the first place? Wait, Hideko, tell me what's going on. Why are we going back there?
Oh.
You mean the lab? Yeah, this is some kind of research facility, right? Just what kind of research do they do here? Hideko wouldn't answer me. She just kept going, leaving me no choice but to follow her. Girl, how am I supposed to understand if you don't tell me nothing? Hideko, please tell me what's going on. I am so lost. It's bad enough that we're in this weird lab. But also, I saw a body back at the school.
Huh?
A body? Yeah, it was Eito. I saw him with my own 2 eyes. He was in the classroom on the 2nd floor. He'd been drained. He was just a dried up husk.
Huh.
I see. Is that all? Aren't you shocked by that?
Huh.
Not especially. Seriously? Hideko turned away, shutting down any further conversation. She began flipping switches and turning dials on different pieces of machinery around the room. I trailed after her, asking question after question, but she ignored me and just kept working. Then she opened up the large locker. Put this on. That was the most she'd said to me in a while.
Oh.
Well, how do you like it? You called this a leap suit, right? See how it adjusted to fit your height? That's one of its special functions. It'll automatically shrink or stretch to fit the dimensions of whoever wears it. It's not like I'm insecure about being short or anything. Well, we should get going. She is completely dismissing him. Hideko stepped away from me. She pressed the red button on the control console and stepped onto the round platform like I'd seen her do before. Come on, hurry. She barked an order at me and I instinctively complied. It'll start any moment now. What will? 3, 2, 1. Everyone who's insecure about being short says they're not. He's not even that short. I think he's taller than me. It's done. Huh? Let's head back. What? Back where? Are we going to go through this every time? Where else would we go back to? Hideko stepped off the platform and hung her leap suit in the locker. I did the same, still totally at a loss about what was going on. Don't tell anyone what you've seen here today. You understand what will happen if you do, don't you? Yes, Mommy? Now I'm curious. He's 5'6". He's an inch taller than me. But I mean, she's 5'11", so he is shorter than she is. Behind her glasses, her eyes were filled with murderous intent. I gulped nervously and nodded. It was around 4 a.m. when we got back to the school, and it was still dark. My list of questions I wanted to ask Hideko was fast approaching 300, but I didn't have the energy to bring any of them up. My body got put through the ringer at the lab, then kicked and strangled shortly after. It was no wonder I was exhausted. She still hasn't apologized for any of that. Oh well. Only one thing to do now. Time to go to bed. I went back to my room and fell onto my bed. All of a sudden, I felt more tired than I had in a long time. I allowed myself to relax and soon fell into a deep, deep sleep. I woke up and went outside, realizing I must have slept away most of the day. I didn't feel so tired or beaten up anymore, but my head was still as fuzzy as ever. Not so much from fatigue as the 300 or so questions swirling around in my mind. For now, I decided to focus on just one of them, and I knew which one.
Huh?
Ato. Check the second floor courtyard. Can I teleport there? Yes, I can. Huh? Ato, you're... What's the matter, Takumi? You look like you've seen a ghost. Not that I've ever seen a ghost myself, or seen how you look when you've seen one. When you think about it, isn't that expression a little problematic? I mean, it's hardly showing proper respect towards the dead. You're alive. In response to my comment, Ato put his hand on the bars of his cage and pushed against them. Last time I checked, yes. If I were a ghost, I'd have phased out of here a long time ago. What's going on here? I saw his body just last night, didn't I? Seriously, Takumi, what's wrong? Did you come across a corpse that looked like me or something? He's quick on the uptake as always. Barely said anything and he's figured it out already. You might not believe it, but I know how to keep a secret. I still haven't told anyone about you coming from the future. If you need someone to talk to confidently, I'm always here. Come on, tell me what happened. Don't tell anyone what you've seen here today. You understand what will happen if you do, don't you? I knew better than to take that risk. I left without saying another word. I love how he's still trying to butter us up. That night, the others ate a sumptuous dinner in the cafeteria before heading back to their rooms. I struggled to force down a few spoonfuls of rice porridge. I put it aside and stopped Hideko before she could leave. Hideko, have you got a minute? I really need to talk to you. This is that classroom that's always locked. Yeah, I asked C-Ray to unlock it for us. Why did you bring me here? This is where I found it. This is where I saw Ato's body last night. He'd had all the blood drained out of him. Someone must have absorbed his cryptoglobin. But then, when I checked again today, the body wasn't here. But that's not the weirdest part. Ato's still alive. He's in his cage like normal. I even spoke to him. And I got to thinking, and this has something to do with that weird lab, doesn't it? You mentioned something called a parallel leap before. That's what we did when we used that machine, right? I still don't really get it, but I get the feeling that's why so much just doesn't seem to add up. Hideko was silent. It wasn't all that surprising. The way she'd been acting, I didn't expect her to tell me everything just like that. But I wasn't giving up. Instead, I ushered her into another room.
Oh.
Why here? You spoke to C-Ray about something important in here yesterday. You were spying on us? I'd prefer it if you didn't put it like that. Either way, it's not a pleasant habit. When you finished talking, C-Ray gave you something. What was it? Just some dried kombu kelp in case I got hungry. Okay, now tell me the truth. Again, no answer. I sighed, shook my head, and moved on. Question 2 of 300. Quite the little tour of the school you're taking me on.
Huh?
This will be our last stop. Last night, I rushed in here and found you passed out in the corner. I had no idea what had happened, and things only got more confusing from there. When you woke up, you kicked me in the stomach and tried to strangle me. Maybe you can explain that?
Huh?
You still haven't apologized for that, you know. I didn't have a lot of choice in the matter. It was a regrettable accident.
Ah!
An accident that nearly killed me. Fine, I'm sorry. You've got your apology. Can I go now? Hideko was already turning to leave, but I grabbed her arm before she could go any further. I'm not done yet. After you nearly killed me, I came to just for a minute. And I saw you in front of the Revive-O-Matic with a corpse recovery drone. Who was inside the drone, Hideko? Was it Gaku? You said I couldn't save him. Him who? Were you talking about whoever was in the recovery drone? Was that all you wanted to ask? Just one more thing, and this one's the most important of all. You already know that time travel exists. You knew I came here from the future. How? Hideko pushed aside a lock of her long, silky hair and looked away. She was clearly nervous. She was biting her lip, fiddling with her choker, tapping her heels. Finally, she made up her mind and spoke up. All right, I'll tell you. You will? On one condition. Starting tomorrow, I'm going to have a lot to do. I might struggle to get it all done by myself, so I'll need someone to help with it.
Huh?
You mean me? Naturally. What exactly would you want me to do? Just do as you're told. Follow my instructions and don't ask questions. I need to be able to work in peace without stopping to explain things to you. Provided the work gets done, I'll answer all your questions on the evening of day 9. You really will this time, right? You're not gonna change your mind again? Yes, Mommy. I give you my word. Just so long as you hold up your end of the bargain. Hideko looked me dead in the eye. I met her gaze without flinching. Okay, you got yourself a deal. Date 6. Hideko called on me in my room shortly before dawn the next morning. I'll get right to the point. I'm going to second to last Defense Academy today, and I want you to come with me. I'm sure you understand why we're going.
Huh?
To get Nigo and the others, right? Hideko nodded. It was no surprise she knew about the other campus. C-Ray had explained it to everyone a few days ago, after all. Hey, wait a minute. Hey? You don't mean right now, do you? Of course. It's not even 4:30. Time is of the essence. We need to get back here before tomorrow. Tomorrow was day 7. That was the day the first commander we faced came back to fight us again, and we have to walk there on the way there. Yeah, we have to walk there. Then we can take the bus back. It really a design flaw that the first campus doesn't have a bus. You mean for the battle? How do you know about that already? And And that's a penalty. I told you not to ask questions, or are you incapable of holding up your end of the deal? I reluctantly held back the torrent of questions welling up inside me.
Oh.
Now go and wake the others.
Huh?
We'll need more than 2 of us for this journey. We need to put together an excursion team. Okay, but why do I have to be the one to do it?
Oh.
I know, it's such a pain, isn't it? Aren't you starting to see why I made you captain now? I see. Who are we taking with us? I decided to run things by C-Ray before getting the others involved.
In my future, the other academy was attacked on day 10. During that battle, Moko was taken prisoner and later killed. It's better for us to avoid losing soldiers if we can help it, right? So I was thinking of going there and bringing them back here.
Why so early in the day, though?
Huh?
Because there will be an invader attack here tomorrow. We'll have to leave soon if we want to make it back in time for that. Ray spent a few minutes thinking the matter over. Alright, I'll allow it. Thanks. There's just one thing worrying me, though. When the attack does come, everyone's probably gonna ask how I knew about it. I've already decided not to tell them about the time travel, so... don't sweat it. I'll come up with something. As it happens, I received word from the artificial satellite. Ray was explaining the situation to the rest of the team.
Yeah.
According to their intel, there's going to be another attack sometime tomorrow. They were able to deduce this by analyzing the enemy's movements from above. There's going to be a lot more of them than you saw on your first day here. So I've made the decision to call in the troops from the other campus to supplement our current fighting strength. I had to hand it to him. He sounded convincing. The others accepted the story without a second thought. So you're saying we need to get there and back all before tomorrow? Hideko was playing her part, too. You'd never have guessed this was her idea in the first place.
So, who's going and who's staying?
Sumino, Shizuhara, Kawana, and Ginzaki, you'll be our excursion team.
What about me? I want to go murder the guys at the other campus, too.
No, we're going to collect the guys at the other campus. Darumi.
Oh.
Nobody said anything about murder, Miss Amamiya.
Ugh.
I get Takumi and Hideko. We've seen they can fight, but why'd you pick the other 2?
Yeah, why did you pick us? If we end up having to fight while we're out there, wouldn't Takemaru and Darumi be a better choice?
Yay, murder! But that would leave us without any experienced fighters back here. Just think about what that would mean if the excursion team didn't make it back in time.
I guess that makes sense.
Can you handle it, Tsubasa?
Yeah, I think so. I haven't eaten today, so if worse comes to worse, I don't have a lot to throw up.
How about you, Shoma? He'll be fine. I've been giving him some intensive training the last couple days.
Right. That's why I look like this now.
I love the JoJo's body. I can't even control it now. If I relax a little, I go back to normal. Oh, I can even control it now. Sorry, you must have found that pretty revolting, huh? I actually dig the 6-pack. Nobody spoke. We were all still in shock. Well, not all of us. Shoma himself was fine, and Takemaru, since he'd been the one training him, and also, for some reason, Hideko wasn't fazed by Shoma's transformation either. Almost as if she'd seen it before. Anyway, you don't have to worry about me. I'll do my best to be useful in my own trashy way. Do you guys remember when I mentioned feeling a surge of power before? You all felt that too, right? We all nodded. I get the feeling we can do great things with this power.
The flow of time is by nature one of the absolute truths of the world. There's no way that flow can be reversed. breaking that rule and warping time to your own ends is bound to have consequences.
By going back in time, I'd broken that absolute law, and the resonance effect that made everyone stronger was already having consequences I hadn't counted on. Let's be on our way. We can't afford to waste time. Alright, good luck out there.
Y'all take care now.
With that, the members of our excursion team went to the war room for an additional briefing from C-Ray. Apparently, there was a shortcut we could take by putting out flames in strategic places. This route would cut down our journey time considerably. It still wasn't the kind of round trip we could make in a couple of hours, though. If we made it back before sunset, that would be enough for me. We did do a couple endings, so I want to see if there's any gifts we can pick up. Is everybody ready? Yes. Ready? I don't know. We'll take good care of the place while you're gone. Then let's go. Wait, I still need to go to the bathroom. Shoma, why didn't you go to the bathroom before you came to the entrance hall? According to the map, the shortcut is right over there. How do you know that? C-Ray told us so, didn't he? Oh yeah, I guess. Don't just stand there mumbling. Get moving. Phew, we finally made it. So that's second to last Defense Academy? That's it. No doubt about it. You're talking like you've been here before. I thought I told you not to ask questions. Do you want another penalty? A penalty? I hope they have bathrooms. I'm ready to burst. Shoma dashed off towards the school and disappeared inside. He could have just gone on the way here. He probably can't go outside. He strikes me as the delicate type. Then, as the rest of us got closer, I saw her. Nozomi. My pulse started racing. My breathing got heavier. I felt an uncontrollable burning in my chest. Nozomi was alive. She was alive again and right here in front of me. Without thinking, I almost reached out to touch her, but I fought that impulse and pulled it back. Right, that's right. This was the moment I've been waiting for. The whole reason I made this trip. It wasn't because Hideko told me to. Even if she hadn't, I'd have insisted on coming anyway. This was all to see Nozomi again. This time I'd do whatever it took to protect her. You must be Takumi, right?
Huh?
And you two are Hideko and Tsubasa? I don't understand. How do you know our names? Hideko, Tsubasa, and I shared a confused glance. And then... Oh dear, I'm most terribly sorry we weren't here to greet you. Greet us?
We had to help Kiyoshika get her sword out of her you-know-where.
Excuse me?
Technically, it was her sword sheath.
It was stuck in there pretty tight. Took us a while to pull it out. Excuse me? Her, you know where? You don't mean... Oh, please don't get the wrong idea. It was lodged in the drain pipe in the bathroom, that's all. Lady Kurata thrust the Holy Chuanchi sword sheath in there in the moment of impish high spirits. It was clogged. What was I supposed to do? I thought they were talking about something else. Her prison wallet. Wow, Jess. Okay, after what she did last night, though, Niall, do you blame me? What do you think my beloved sword is?
Well, I know it's something you use to...
Ugh, don't say another word. Whoa, back up a minute. Can you answer our question, please? Yes, what's all this about coming out to greet us? We received a communique? I mean, that is what a prison wallet is. No. We received a communique from the Honorable Sirei, you see. I see. So basically, Sirei called ahead and let you know to expect us. Not just that, he told us the other stuff he's been keeping secret too. Explain how the circumstances have changed. Wait, I still don't get it. If Sirei could contact you, why did we have to come get you? He was only able to get in contact a few hours ago. The electronic interference has been rather fierce of late. But you know what's going on now? About the attack on Last Defense Academy tomorrow? Yes, we do. That makes things easier. I wouldn't want to waste time explaining things to you. Nigo, get the school bus ready to leave. It already is. I'm afraid that I won't be joining you, though. I am unable to abandon the second to last Defense Academy. I've been ordered to guard it with my life. Ordered by who? Was it this Sirei person? No, these orders are from someone higher up. Nigo looked up as he said this. Up at the huge celestial body in the sky lit with countless mechanical lights. The artificial satellite. The enemy hasn't realized the school is only a decoy yet. Sooner or later, they will attack it. When that happens, are you planning to self-destruct? Oh my, how did you know? Sorry, but I won't allow that. We can't afford to lose you. If I thought Hideko was showing a softer side of herself, I was wrong. The very next moment, she dashed towards Nigo and brought her heel down viciously on his head. What? You broke him! What the? Whoa, that was sweet. I wish I could do axe kicks like that. Nigo fell to the ground with a thud, still scattering sparks from the top of his head. Some part of his body was making a high-pitched staticky whine I'd never heard before. Why did you do that? Good grief, and I thought I was the killer of this group. Don't worry, an attack like that won't destroy him. I just forced him to shut down for a while. Everyone stood rooted to the spot, stunned into silence. It felt like we were doing that a lot today. As usual, Hideko was totally unconcerned about what anyone had thought of her. Now let's get going. She picked Nigo up like he was a piece of hand luggage and began carrying him towards the parking lot where the school bus was waiting. And then, with all of us safely on board the school bus, we left second to last Defense Academy behind without another word. We left it behind, rather. He's just sleeping on the passenger seat. He just passed out. He's taking a snooze. Don't mind him. This whole episode had added another 100 questions to the list of things I wanted to ask Hideko about. We're at 400 questions now. But I just have to keep them to myself until the end of day 9. I sat squirming in my seat, reminding myself to be patient, no matter how difficult that might be.
By the way, does it feel like we're forgetting something important?
Oh my gosh, Shoma's not here! He's at the bathroom! We have to turn back!
Something important? I've got all 28 volumes of my favorite manga.
Where did you pack them?
What's so important about that? And I've got my signed world championship belt. Ugh, nobody cares!
Now that you mention it.
Weren't there supposed to be 4 of you?
Takumi realized.
Oh no!
Shoma! We forgot all about him!
We made a U-turn and rushed back to second to last Defense Academy. Sure enough, we found Shoma in the courtyard there, tears streaming down his face. We picked him up and made a fresh start on our return journey. There he is.
It's fine. Really, I don't mind. It's no wonder you'd forget about me. I know my existence is about as flimsy as a .01 millimeter thin piece of rubber.
Well, Moko's taking a snooze in the back seat now.
That's not true.
Did you actually understand what that meant?
Not exactly, but I kind of got the gist of it, you know? There's only one thing you can use a rubber that thin for.
Don't say it!
We spent the rest of the journey doing our very best to cheer Shoma up. I have no idea what Kurata was referring to. I don't know if I want to know. Eventually, we built his self-esteem back up to its normal, albeit still low level, and Last Defense Academy came into view on the horizon. No, I didn't understand because he said 0.001 millimeter thin. Oh, wait, I get it. I get it. It took me a minute. I got it. Y'all made it back. That's a relief. Aw, were you worried about us? No, I was just... Never mind, it ain't important. He's been pacing around the school in a tizzy the whole day. Aw, he was worried about us. I love Takemaru. Have I said that already? That's just part of my training routine. Today's leg day, that's all. So those guys with you are... the faceless NPC squad? Hello there, my name is Nozomi Kirifuji. I am Moko Majiro, the apocalyptic maiden of destruction. Kyoshika Magadori at your service. Bow your heads, peasants. I am Kurata Osuzuki, the great and powerful. And I'm Yugamu Okumakage, teenage assassin, hopeless romantic, and all-around nice guy. We're all totally distinct characters. Maybe a little too distinct. We gotta introduce ourselves too, or we'll look boring next to them. It's alright, Nigo already told us all about you. Nigo is that little critter in the red beret, yes? Ahem! I am second to last Defense Academy's... You're basically C-Ray's underling, right? He filled us in on you, He filled us in on your guys from the second campus already. Anyway, let's get started. What are the rules for this killing game, C-Ray? There is no killing game. Why are you eating a steak? I want some. He is definitely best guy, facts. We have a battle coming up tomorrow. Now that the introductions are over, we should rest up until then. So you guys are really gonna fight with us? You know it! We'd Scars come all this way just to deny you now. The team from the other academy had discussed their resolve on the way over. After Nigo told them all about World Death, Cryptoglobin, the Exodus Project, and the artificial satellite, they were in no doubt about what they had to do. From here on, we just protect the baby in the defense room until day 100, right? Then the missiles he's been charging up will be launched in all directions. All the invaders will be wiped out, and that'll be the end of World Death. But right before, we shoot off into the escape pod to meet back up with the rest of humanity on the artificial satellite. What possible reason could we have for refusing to help? We make it through these 100 days and everyone's stories end happily. We're with you all the way. Thanks, guys. Glad to have you on board. Our team welcomed the new arrivals with open arms. Oh, it just melts my cold metal heart to see you all getting along. Those invaders won't know what hit them now. What do you guys say to another cheer? All together now.
Special Defense Unit, best in the world, indestructible and undefeated. Never lose, never yield. Special Defense Unit, fight on!
I can't put my finger on it, but something feels off. Didn't we have a lot more teething troubles getting everyone to work as one big team last time? Well, it's not like I want everyone fighting amongst themselves, so I guess this is fine. Why are you complaining? They're all getting along. It's a good thing. With night drawing on, everyone went back to their rooms, including the new members who had new rooms assigned to them. For some reason, Nozomi stayed back after the others had gone.
Huh?
Is something wrong? No, I just wanted to thank you for going going to all the trouble of coming to collect us. That school was only a decoy, so if we'd stayed there, sooner or later, we'd... Anyway, I really appreciate it. Knock it off. I haven't really done anything to deserve your thanks. If you want to thank me, do it after we make it through this. Right here, on day 100. I never expected you to say something like that. Sorry. Too corny? Not at all. I agree. We'll pick this up again on day 100. That's right. This is what I'm here for. This is why I came back to the past. To protect Nozomi and to make sure everyone survives. This time I won't make the same mistakes. Well then, Takumi, good night. With those parting words, Nozomi left and went to her room for the night. I thought I was alone, but then I heard a noise. I turned around, but there was nobody there. What the heck was that? That was like a pebble falling or something. Must have been in my imagination. Still not totally convinced. I made my way to my room. I couldn't quite tell if it was the sound of like heels clacking or if it was a rock falling. There was a faint aroma of lavender in the air, a scent that felt weirdly familiar. Oh, she's totally around here. She was watching. Day 7. She, Hideko. Hideko smells of lavender. Alright, so when are those disgusting freaks gonna show up? I'm already here. I wasn't talking about you. You meant the invaders, right? C-Ray, do you know when they'll be coming? Well, soon. Hideko seemed to know everything already. I was on the verge of asking her about it, but she silenced me with a sharp glare. How do you know, Hideko? C-Ray and Nigo told me already. Yeah, that's it. Indeed, she asked us shortly before you all got here. We'll be fighting the same commander that escaped on day 1. Isn't that right? Exactly! Gosh, you're such a good listener, Shizuhata. Since you already have experience fighting him, we have a strategic advantage. I do like lavender. I also really like lavender. Not to mention we got a much bigger team this time. Yes, quite. It should be no challenge at all. There he is.
Intruder alert. Intruder alert. Unauthorized personnel detected on school grounds. Defense mode initiated. All available troops prepare for battle immediately.
They're already here. Oh, they're really here, rather. I told you, didn't I? Alright, Takumi. Go ahead.
Huh?
You're our captain, aren't you? Don't you have anything to say to your team before they head out into battle? Right. Is everyone ready? You bet. Yeah, let's do this.
What's up, Kaku? Why are you shaking so much?
Shut up, I'm just cold. That's all. I decided to go commando today.
Oh.
You could have at least pretended you were trembling with anticipation or something. I'm ready. I took a whole bunch of anti-nausea pills, so I... The Holy Jumanji sword is always ready. She longs to spill the blood of the wicked. I can go whenever. I'm such a nothing character. I'll probably get wiped out right away anyway. Don't be such a pessimist. You got the apocalyptic maiden of destruction looking out for you now. And this cruel prince of the underworld is ready to protect his dear sister at any cost. You're really going to let me fight too? You made your feelings abundantly clear. I know I couldn't stop you even if I tried. Yeah, boy, I'm ready to wash all this blood off my hands with even more blood. Let's all work together out there. Humanity's counting on us. This isn't just for them, but for ourselves too. We fight for our future. Oh my, this camaraderie is so touching. So moving. Not bad, I suppose. Okay, Sumino, you're in charge. Leave it to me. Come on, guys, let's do this.
Huh? Who is that?
It's Little Black Riding Hood. On the edge of the battlefield, watching us fight, was a figure I didn't recognize.
Is that the commander you guys fought before?
No, that's not him.
Yeah, that guy was a straight-up giant.
Maybe he's gonna transform and get big again?
No, that's not it. I've never seen that person during the whole of my previous 100 days. I have no idea who they are, but they're not a commander, that's for sure.
Don't get distracted, Takumi. That's not who you should be focusing on now.
Huh?
Over there?
Who's this? Another party crasher?
No, that's the commander we're actually waiting for.
Ah, that's him, guys.
Yes. That's the commander we faced on our first day here.
God of the planet, hear my plea and lend me thy strength. Blood of my bond, release! The paragon of order. I will run this time. I'm done running away. I have to stand and fight. All of you stand aside. If you don't, then in the name of order, I will strike you down.
See? He transformed and got big! Told you so!
You were talking about someone else when you said that.
Hoodie over there hasn't done anything, though.
Hoodie?
The person in the hood, duh.
Oh, I like Little Black Riding Hood better. Who is that? Why is someone I've never seen before showing up all of a sudden? It's the Space-Time Continuum Police! Did the timeline change again?
Oh, leave them, Takumi. You're the captain now. We need you to lead.
I know. Everyone, concentrate your attacks on the giant commander.
I believe he called himself Mervrum, yes?
Got it!
I will run.
I win.
Is it actually over this time? Did we win?
Yeah. I think so. Wow! Go us! Excuse me while I go rip out that Mervrum guy's appendix.
What do you have with people's appendixes?
Why just the appendix?
What happened to Hoodie?
I looked around. The mysterious figure had disappeared at some point during the battle.
Who was that anyway?
Mayhap a simple wanderer?
What do we do with this guy? He ain't dead yet.
Hakamaru pointed to where Mervrum lay on the ground, heavily injured but still breathing. Oh, great, he can't talk.
I think he's trying to say something.
Let me take a look.
Yugamu knelt over the fallen commander. After a quick but surprisingly thorough examination, he spoke up again.
His vocal cords have been crushed. Someone must have hit him right in the throat.
Oh yeah, those throat chops can really do a number on you. Believe me, I know.
He's not going to be able to talk then?
No, sorry.
Even if he could, it's not like we can understand their language.
We heard him say his name.
Yes, we can. When he first showed up, he told us his name and stuff, remember? I am Mervrim, the Paragon of Order. In the name of Order, I will strike you down. He was the one who got struck down, though.
Epic fail!
Oh my gosh, I love you.
Yeah, so what do we do now?
Put him out of his misery.
Did you call me?
No.
Nobody even mentioned you.
But you're all in need of guidance, right? You want to know what to do with Mervrim?
Well, yeah.
The answer's easy. Just put him out of his misery.
That's what I said.
Do what?
Finish him off and take his hemoanima for yourself.
If you guys want to win this war, you'll need to do everything you can to increase your power.
This is for your own good, not to mention the good of humanity.
You know, you're not making this very convincing.
Go on, you know it makes sense.
Give him what for, Mr. Sumino?
I'm for finishing him off too. I'll let you decide who does it, Takumi. Just do as you're told. Follow my instructions and don't ask questions. Provided the work gets done, I'll answer all your questions on the evening of day 9. Make your choice. As our captain, this is your responsibility.
Saying no wasn't an option. I nodded and prepared myself for what came next. Somehow we all made it through the battle in one piece. I took a shower afterwards to try and get my head together. We decided to meet up in the rec room that evening to celebrate our victory. It's a little early, but maybe I'll head over there now. Maybe I'll bump into someone on the way. Can I teleport? Yeah. Only 3 other people were in the rec room when I got there. Hideko, Sirei, and Nigo. They're probably talking about, like, secret stuff. All hush-hush like. They were deep in conversation, but they stopped abruptly the moment I came into the room. Hey there, Sumino. Kinda early, aren't you? So, nobody else is here yet. They couldn't have handled that less smoothly. I could see them sweating all over. What were you guys talking about just now? Just some light small talk. Yeah, you know, discussing our latest golf scores. Sharing tips for the best way to carve a totem pole. Before I could press them, the others arrived and the mood was suddenly a lot more lively. Takumi, Hideko, you're here already? Sirei and Nico, too. I've been thinking about this for a while, but Sirei and Nico are pretty cute, aren't they? Yeah, they look like big old fennel bulbs. I could just eat them up. Fennel bulbs are cute? Not cute exactly, but still pretty fennel-tastic. That was weak, y'all. Why are you all laughing? Everyone's laughter echoed through the room. The conversation hadn't been completely derailed, but it didn't look like I'd be able to get back to it anytime soon. I stayed quiet and looked over at Hideko. She was watching everything with a strangely sorrowful look on her face. Strangely sorrowful. From there, the little party got started. Everyone seemed to have a good time. Although for me, I was just trying to not get caught up in all the doubts and questions running through my mind. I still got a general idea of what everyone was talking about, though. Who'd killed the most enemies in the battle, who pulled off cool moves and when, stuff like that. Basically complimenting each other on a job well done. I wished I could get in the mood and join in with them, but I just couldn't. My head was still filled with that uncomfortable, fuzzy feeling. smothering any words of joy or celebration I might have had. At least time wasn't dragging. Before I knew it, it was getting late. Man, that battle was really something. Yes, indeed. I can't stress enough just how inspiring you all were. Now, I know you're all enjoying yourselves, but we think you should call it a night here. Alas, and forsooth, I missed the banquet end already? Just what have you been drinking, Kyoshika? Something carbonated, probably. What? Then why? Fizzy drinks affect her like alcohol for some reason. How did you know that? Well, anyhow, you should all get some rest. You got a big day tomorrow. A big day? What's happening tomorrow? Oh, didn't I tell you? You'll have to fight another defensive battle tomorrow, you see. What? Why the hell didn't you bring that up sooner? Yeah, that can't be right. It doesn't make sense. Really? Why not? Isn't it obvious? Tomorrow is only day 8. And... In my last timeline, nothing happened on day 8. There was no attack here at Last Defense Academy or over at Second to Last Defense Academy. We shouldn't have to fight another battle until day 17, so why? See, Reinigo, are you sure this information is accurate? No doubt about it. We had another tip-off from the eggheads on the artificial satellite. Aerial observation and all that, don't you know? You're lying. You're making it up. Nothing like this happened the last time. The last time? Calm down, Takumi. I think all the fatigue is getting to you. Hideko. Hideko had been talking to those two when I came in. Was she in on this too? Or maybe...
Yum, yum, yum.
That's how things stand. Just do tomorrow like you did today and you'll be fine. That's right. I know you'll all do an admirable job. Well, I guess it wasn't too bad today. We'll probably do okay tomorrow, too. Damn right we will. Heck, I feel like I could take them all on by myself. Count me in. I'm always down for killing stuff. If we work together, I know we can do this. Let's show those jobbers of who the real main event is around here. I guess we got no choice. If this party is over, then on to the after party. Someone get this woman to bed. I had barely closed the door to my room when he appeared. No after party after all? You were there while all that was going on? I can send this body pretty much anywhere inside the school. You could have shown yourself then. The others should be able to see you now. Kind of like how they could understand Mervram in the battle today. Yes, that's because you coming back in time and your cryptoglobin resonating with theirs. And it turns out that's affecting the enemy as well. Mervram was stronger than the first time you fought him, wasn't he? His cryptoglobin has resonated and powered up too. And that one change has led to another change. Let me give you an example. Let's say Rocket A takes off at point S, travels 60 miles through space and arrives at point P. This is going to be a math problem. I'm not good at these kind of math problems. After that, Rocket B also takes off at point S, but its angle of trajectory is 1 degree different. After traveling 60 miles, how far away from point P do you think Rocket B would be? 1.05 miles. Just 1 degree results in a mile-long difference. In other words, even the smallest deviations can lead to big changes in how things turn out. Like with the enemy attack coming tomorrow? Yes, for one. The commanders are stronger now, so they're able to mount attacks sooner than in your timeline. And that person in the hood appearing must be another of those changes. Hoodie, as you ended up calling them. I don't know who they are or why they're here either, but I don't think they're here to help us. I'm sure of that much. And their presence is proof that history has begun to change significantly. Your knowledge of the future might not be as useful as you think anymore. That's okay, I came back because I wanted to change history after all.
Huh?
Then why don't you tell the others about it? Do you want things to change or not? Well, how can I put this? If it's like your example, I want to keep the difference in Rocket B's trajectory as close to zero as possible.
Huh?
It's never going to be exactly the same, but there's sure to be some unexpected changes along the way. But whenever I can, I want to stay in control and keep us on an even keel. Will you help me with that? Will you keep the time travel stuff a secret from the others? It's a moot point. I'll probably never talk to them anyway. Why not? I'm not like you. With your 100 days worth of experience, I don't really know any of them yet. I guess there's something in that. I know we can't rush things, but I would like you to get along with them. Oh? Why's that? Because one of my goals here is to change your future as well. My future? The version of you in my last timeline told me.
Next time, I want to befriend all of you. I want to argue with you and fight with you. And until the moment I die, I want to do everything I can to live.
I said that, huh? Is that the right choice, though?
Huh?
If I befriend all of you, it'll make things harder for you later.
Oh.
My happiness and yours can't exist at the same time. Why not? Come on, don't say that.
Huh?
I should be going. Even appearing like this uses up energy. Siri has told me not to waste my strength on anything that isn't important. And are our conversations not important? That question finally got a smile out of him. They are to me. I wouldn't trade them for the world. Still gently smiling, the ghost boy disappeared. Even after he'd gone, his flames remained a little longer, faintly shimmering in the dark before fading away. Day 8. No freaking way. Give me one good reason we should agree to this.
I keep telling you we need every extra bit of firepower we can get.
The argument began in the cafeteria that morning after breakfast. Z-Ray and Nico were nowhere to be seen. Apparently they were shut up in the war room, nailing down the strategy for the battle today. Releasing Eito, though? Isn't that going too far? You guys are new around here, so I don't think you realize just how much Mr. Aotsuki despises humanity.
You'd understand if you heard it from him yourself.
Actually, we spoke to him already. We all went to talk to him in his cage earlier this morning. It was our first time meeting Sir Eito. Until now, we'd only heard about him. What can I say? We were curious about what kind of guy he really was. Yeah, so what happened? Well, he did say we looked like hideous monsters. Seriously, that's no way to speak to a lady. Back in my federation, I was considered one of the more attractive wrestlers. I still have all of my own teeth and everything. He also spoke passionately about his disdain for the evil lurking in the hearts of mankind. And he said humanity deserved to be totally wiped out. How can you even think about working with someone like that?
Because he also said he wanted to fight alongside us.
Say what?
It's true. I find you all absolutely repulsive. But that doesn't change the fact that you're the only friends I've got. I want all of us to survive more than I want to destroy humanity.
I'm pressing X for doubt.
So please, allow me on the battlefield again.
And you believed him?
That's all it took to get you on his side? Not exactly, but it doesn't seem right to keep him locked up like that. He never actually committed any serious crimes, right? Of course he did. He destroyed C-Ray. Or, well, he tried to destroy C-Ray. Tried and failed. You can bet he would have if... You can bet he would have if he could have. If Takumi hadn't stopped him, he'd have succeeded. Besides, attempting murder is still a crime. Is it really murder in this case, or more like destruction of property? Either way, the punishment feels a little harsh. It'd be a different story if he'd, say, torn the team apart from the inside and killed a bunch of people. That's exactly what he did, and without any of us ever knowing until it was too late. It's just that no one here knows that. Not the new guys, or the ones who started out here. The fact that they're even thinking about giving him another chance shows that they have no idea what he's really capable of. If they'd experienced what I have, if they'd seen what he did, I was seriously considering telling everyone the whole truth, but before I could, I'll kill him. When Hideko said that, everyone turned to look at her. If you let Eito out, I will kill him, and then I'll kill myself. The air in the room immediately got a lot more tense. I heard someone gulp, and it echoed like a gunshot in the silence. You're not being serious, are you? Dead serious. If Eito is allowed to go free, it's all over for us. We'd be better off resetting the whole thing. Resetting? My point is, we won't gain anything by freeing Eito. Quite the contrary. We'll actually lose at least one member of the team. Because you'll kill yourself if we let him out? No one dared to say anything. Hideko was exuding an ice-cold pressure that cowed us into silence. Of course, it's not my decision to make. We should really leave this to the captain. Hey, yeah, you haven't said anything in a while, Takumi.
Huh?
Is something the matter? And just like that, everyone's eyes were on me. I wasn't about to get intimidated, though. Even if Hideko hadn't spoken up, my mind was already made up a long time ago. The answer is no. We are not letting Eito out. You can all say what you want, but I won't allow it. Not now, not ever. The members of the team who started out here all looked relieved when they heard me say that. The ones who came from the other academy looked a little disappointed, but didn't argue. Well, if you feel that strongly about it, I guess that's that. He says not now, not ever, but I hope he gets out at some point because I gotta bring up his bonds to get 100%. If we're doing a completionist run... Ugh, I'm so bored! How long are they going to make us wait? Did you say gourd at one point? Did she? Yeah, she did. Me not reading all the boards. Board. It'll be night soon. Sheesh, aren't they ever gonna get here? For real, starting to get sleepy. Don't be so harsh, guys. I'm sure the enemy has a good reason for taking so long. Perhaps they missed their train and had to wait for the next one. How about we all do that to kill some time? Do what? A killing game, of course. Who wants to die first? Ah! We don't have to.
Intruder alert. Intruder alert. Unauthorized personnel detected on school grounds. Defense mode initiated. All available troops prepare for battle immediately.
Sorry, Darumi. Looks like the killing game will have to wait. Well, that stings. I'll just have to kill a bunch of invaders until I feel better. So, C-Ray, what do we do? Huh? Weren't you and Nico supposed to be nailing down a strategy all this time? Sure. We nailed one down all right. We nailed it good. Yes, indeed. We could have started a carpentry business with the amount of nailing we did. Great. What is it? Yeah, what's the plan? It's, what else could it be? To let Samino here figure it out. That's your big strategy? Our school likes to encourage independent thinking and student autonomy. You gotta learn things for yourself sometimes. The best teacher is first-hand experience, after all. You just didn't think of anything yourselves, did you? My dear boy, we thought of plenty. Yeah, we even had a plan that involved stealing the Supreme Commander's panties. You three, this is no time to stand around running your mouths. Oh, she's quite right. Get it together, Sumino. I sighed. There's no use arguing with them now. Is everybody ready? Then let's do this! Special Defense Unit, move out! That was a very enthusiastic yeah.
Oh, I could do this all day!
This is easier than taking a splash in an inflatable bounce house.
Don't let your guard down yet. Look over there.
You filthy little creatures are an affront to God and his teachings. Will you stop at nothing to defile this fair planet? Clearly I must eliminate you before this infection spreads!
It's Hoodie!
They're back again.
Ignore them! We got invaders to kill.
Focus on the commander. On Pakron. We can deal with the other one later.
To arms!
Lord, hear me!
Easy.
Another bloodbath. We really did a number on these guys.
All thanks to my galactic bazooka, of course.
Are we naming our attacks now?
Don't all of our attacks have names?
More importantly, what do we do about them?
Ema pointed to where the figure we dubbed Hoodie stood. They began walking towards us with a slow deliberation. Then, they pulled back their hood, revealing...
That's the Supreme Commander!
What? Sire told us earlier. This is who's leading the invader army.
Her?
That's the big boss?
I'll thank you not to refer to me by such a vulgar term.
What, Big Boss? The Supreme Commander brought her hand up to her mask.
Among my people, I am known as Veshness, the paragon of hope.
Well, I still say I'm cuter. No one said anything about her being cute.
So you can understand us now, too?
Vashness narrowed her eyes in response to my question.
Was that your attempt at a bluff? Or do you really not know?
The hell are you talking about?
She was silent for a moment. It seemed like she was thinking about something. Finally, she spoke again.
I see. Some days ago, my warriors and I experienced a sudden surge of power. That was also when we became able to understand your language. I came here to find out what caused it, but it seems you don't know either.
Everyone cast troubled glances at each other. Only Hideko reacted differently. It was subtle, but for a moment it looked like her mouth twisted into a satisfied smile.
All this is going over my head! We gonna kill this girl or what?
That's right. If we can defeat their leader, it will end the war here and now.
Don't bother. If you fought me now, I'd only massacre you in one fell swoop. And where's the fun in that? I'd rather take my time and make it really hurt. I'll pick you off one at a time to make it clear just how powerless you are, and inflict true despair on the rest of you.
She pointed upwards as she said this, right at the artificial satellite.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to take back Pacron's remains.
Pacron?
That's the commander we just defeated, isn't it?
Despair again. Despair! Yes, despair.
In the last battle, one of you absorbed Mervrum's cryptoglobin.
You saw that?
Yes. I wanted to see your vile, barbaric nature in action.
Vashness, if you keep stealing my kills, I will never get all of my cast members to level 10.
But I won't let the same thing happen today.
Huh?
Vashness moved before we had a chance to react. In a flash, she leapt over to us where Pacron's corpse lay, gathered it in her arms, and was gone.
Wow. Pretty mortifying how easy that was for her.
Damn it!
How enraging!
If you had to get a rager, do it in your own time.
Kurata!
Well, even if she got away, it's not all bad.
Yeah, we still won the battle. We can be happy about that, can't we?
I guess you're right. All right then, here we go.
Special Defense Unit! Best in the world! Indestructible and undefeated! Never lose! Never yield! Special Defense Unit, fight on!
We'd made it through our second defensive battle, or our third if you counted the one on the very first day. And so far, none of us had died. I just hoped we could keep this up. But I didn't want to bring the others down thinking like that. After everything we've been through the last couple of days, they deserve to enjoy their victory.
Hey!
Nice work, everybody! Another spectacular victory! Keep this up and you'll have the war won in no time. And the victory party? That was that's what last night was for. We can't have you cutting loose every time. This is a military academy, not a rowdy college dorm. Alas, I was looking forward to more revelry. What's the next attack due? When's the next attack due anyway? Oh, I believe day 15. At least that's what C-Ray and Nico told me before. Right, of course we did. Thanks for the reminder, Shizuhara. Just so, we received a report from the artificial satellite to that effect. I was surprised, but I didn't panic. I was past that now. There was no attack on day 15 the last time around. The same went for today on day 8. At least that gives us some time to rest. From day 8 to day 15, that's round it up to the nearest 10, carry the 1, 6 days from now. Oh, so close. It's 7 days. 15 minus 8. What's so hard about that? That means after today, we've got 6 whole days to take it easy. You guys want a tightrope walk across steel girders and take bets on who falls first while we wait? Sorry to break it to you, but we won't have time for any of that. We'll need you all to start training in preparation for the next battle. Ah, for the love of murder. Guess we should have seen that coming. Free time, right? That's what that means? After the battle, we took our time over a late dinner and went back to our rooms. I stayed out on the roof, though. I was thinking about Hideko.
Starting tomorrow, I'm going to have a lot to do. Just do as you're told. Follow my instructions and don't ask questions. Provided the work gets done, I'll answer all your questions on the evening of day 9.
That was on day 5, and for the past 3 days, I'd done everything she asked me. There really was a lot to do. We'd been so busy, I hadn't even had time to think about all the things I wanted to ask her. You know, the 400 things. But all that was about to change. Tomorrow was day 9, the day I'd get my answers. I'm holding you to it this time, Hideko. I won't back down until you've told me everything. I was conscious of a weird, restless feeling in my chest. Was it from anticipation? Or was it something more like fear? At that point, I still couldn't say for sure. Day 9. Takumi, come quick. It's Eito. He. A little after breakfast, Shoma came charging into my room in a panic. Eito, what did he do now? He's not in his cage. He's gone. He's escaped. What? I was on my feet before I knew it. I followed Shoma and we both rushed outside together. I mean, maybe he's going to get us another peace offering. Where's everyone else? You're the first one I've told. Takemaru knows too, though. He and I were doing our morning training in the courtyard, and that's when we noticed the cage was empty. Alright, you go tell the others about this. I'll look for Eito. Okay. Shoma nodded and hurried away. Eito escaped, but how? No time to stop and think about it. I have to find him before he causes any trouble. Where are we gonna start looking? Let's go to his room. Maybe he's in his room. Maybe he's in his room. Not now. I mean, it's his room. That was worth a try. What if he's outside? Finally, I stepped into a room and there he was. Ah, look at that. 3rd floor. I'd found Eito, but that didn't mean I could relax.
Don't make me ask again, bastard. Just what the hell are you doing in here?
He's got a straight face. He's unfazed.
You've asked me that plenty of times already, and I keep telling you I got curious about something. I wanted to learn more about how the revival-matic works, so I just...
You wanted to break it?
That's not what I mean! How did you get out of your cage? Tell me that!
Hey, calm down, Takemaru.
How am I supposed to be calm at a time like this? Ain't you the one who said it'd all be over if this guy got out?
I did, but...
Now fess up! How did you escape?
Takemaru shook Eito violently, but he didn't look the least bit concerned.
I had some help from a friend. Let's just call them K.
K? Kako? Kyoshika? That's the only ones I can think of?
They unlocked my cage for me.
What? Well, who was it? Who's K?
No, I'm afraid I can't tell you. I could never betray a friend's confidence like that.
Then I'll just have to force it out of you.
Takemaru, no!
Takemaru already had his fist raised high. I tried to grab his arm and pull him away from Eito. Didn't exactly work out. A jolt of pain shot up my spine. Ow. I'd been knocked back so hard and so fast, my guts were still doing somersaults even after I came to a stop. For a moment, I had no idea what was happening. The next thing I knew, I was on the floor. Takemaru must have sent me flying. and I crashed against whatever was directly behind me, which just so happened to be the Revive-O-Matic. Oh no. Sorry, man. I guess I overdid it a little. Are you alright, Takumi? Yeah, I think so. Fighting through the pain, I got to my feet, then turned around to look at the machine. What the heck is that sound? Huh? It's broken! Great! An ominous plume of black smoke was rising from the wreckage of the Revive-O-Matic. I had a feeling things were about to get a whole lot worse. This is bad, right? That's one way of putting it. It wasn't long before everyone else heard the noise and came running. What the heck did you guys do in here? The Revive-O-Matic? It's... Oh dear, 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 oh dear. Eito, you did this, didn't you? Eito just sighed and shook his head in exasperation. Perhaps you'd care to explain what happened, Takumi? I reluctantly gave everyone a quick summary of the events that led to our current predicament. So, basically, Takemaru did it. It wasn't on purpose. Takumi grabbed my arm and I just lost control. Whoever's to blame, this is a catastrophe nonetheless. Yeah, if we can't use the Revive-O-Matic anymore and any of us die in battle,
And we stay dead. There's no coming back anymore.
The whole group seemed to freeze up for a moment. A lot of them started to glare accusingly at Takemaru. Come on, everyone. It's not all bad.
Maybe we can repurpose the wreckage and use it to grill fish.
I'd better inspect the damage and see if I can repair it. Before you start, it's back to the cage for you, Atsuki. I don't remember saying you could wander around as you please. You guys take him back to the courtyard. Nigo and I will get things started here.
Okay, now we found Eito. It's time for his execution.
Ooh, allow me. Hold on. Nobody said anything about killing him.
We're just locking him up, right? Let's get on with it.
Everyone, wait a minute. Shoma broke off from the group and ran over to Eito's cage. After inspecting the door, he turned back to us. This cage, it's still locked. What? A moment later, Hideko groaned and hunched over, her face twisted in pain. What's wrong? Just as suddenly, she raised her head again and screamed out a warning. Not that cage. We have to put him somewhere else. Why? I can't explain it. Just trust me. This is all so sudden. Yeah, you gotta at least give us a reason. Everyone looked confused and a little uncomfortable. But that atmosphere soon dissipated when there was another scream, this time from Kako.
Blim blam blam! I see it all now.
What? Seriously, what the hell's going on?
That was the sound of Kako's detective senses going off.
I assume you've made another brilliant deduction, Sister Dearest.
Eito, you said that Kay opened your cage for you, right?
That's right.
So then why is the door still locked?
Well...
Did Kay lock it again? No, that wouldn't make sense. The cage would have been empty. There'd be no point in locking it. There's only one key to this cage anyway, and that key is...
I've got it. C-Ray gave it to me when we left the infirmary.
So how did Kay open the cage in the first place? If C-Ray had the key up until now, there's no way anyone else could have opened it. In other words, there never was any Kay. Eito escaped from the cage all on his own.
Everyone gasped and looked at Eito. In response, he just smiled. See, that's an impressive theory. But even assuming it's true, How exactly did I get out all on my own? Well, you must have... I don't have a clue. What a pity. Shall I tell you the answer then? Your first guess was actually the right one. After I left the cage, Kay locked it up again. I'm calling BS! It does sound pretty illogical. Perhaps, but consider the alternative. What's so logical about the idea of me breaking out on my own without even damaging the cage? Okay, then tell us who Kay is. I've already told you, I can't. How about we torture it out of him? Oh, that sounds fun. There's no point in doing that. If my dear sister's theory is correct, there is no Kay, so obviously he can't tell us who they are. Oh, right. Party pooper. Either way, we should assume Kako is right. In that case, we'll have to find somewhere else to lock Eito up. If he can just break out of these cages on his own, anything could happen. Where are we gonna put him then? Oh, I have an idea. How about in here? There's a lock on the door and no windows, so he won't be able to escape. And it's a room we never use ourselves. This suits me fine. It's bigger than my last place, and there's even a bed. I just hope the rent isn't too steep. Yeah, laugh it up. And so we decided to hold Eito in the room with no name. It's got these weird capsule-like machines. I guess we'll call it the capsule room for now. Leaving our prisoner inside, the rest of us stepped out of the capsule room. I got the key from C-Ray when we told him our plan. I made sure the door was locked up tight. Once I was satisfied there was no way Eito could get it open, we all left. There was no point hanging around there anymore. I had a lot on my mind. Eito, the broken Revive-O-Matic, this mysterious K person, and whether or not they really existed. And day 100 was still a long, long way off. I'd have to strengthen my bonds with the others if we were going to become a real team before then. Hideko said she'd tell me everything today. Tonight, actually. That means I still have some time to kill. Maybe I'll go hang out with someone for a while. Before I knew it, the sun was sinking beneath the western horizon. The night of day 9. This is when Hideko promised to answer all my questions. I better go find her. I didn't have to look very long. I happened to glance around the roof and spotted someone sitting on the other side of the fence. It was Hideko. What's she doing over there? I hopped over the fence and sat down next to her. She's crying! Why are you crying? This was something I hadn't expected. Hideko looked different. It was her eyes. They were usually so sharp and cold, never betraying the slightest hint of weakness, but now they were filled with tears. Big wet tears that ran all down her face. I didn't understand. Why the sudden change? What was going on? This was so far removed from what I'd come to expect from her, my brain just couldn't process it. I felt like I should say something, but I couldn't find the words. What do I do? What do I say? What can I say? The normal thing to do in this situation would be to say something comforting, something considerate. But in my confused state of mind, all I could come out with was something totally meaningless.
Are you crying?
You did not just ask her that. Hideko took off her glasses and wiped her eyes. She took several deep breaths before answering.
No, I'm not.
You definitely are, though. Did something happen?
Something?
Like, you know, something sad or painful or...
No, not really.
So then, why are you...
Why do you have to be so dense? I told you, I'm not crying. And if I was, it would be incredibly insensitive of you to keep pestering me about it. Even middle school kids have enough delicacy not to walk up to a crying person and ask, "Are you crying?"
She had me there. I didn't want to say anything that might make this worse, so I just clammed up.
Did you hear about the Revivomatic?
Yeah, I was there.
No.
It was damaged pretty badly. Sire and Nigo have made some repairs, so we should be all right.
Okay.
We can at least revive each other again. But it's not completely fixed yet. They said one part of it is still badly damaged.
Huh.
Hidiko's eyes were still fixed on the scenery that stretched out in front of us. She didn't look away when she spoke again.
The way they light up the night like this, they're really quite beautiful.
The undying flames?
No, the stars, probably.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The same flames that will raise this world to the ground in another 90 days.
The wall of fire flickered in the distance as if it were already burning away the night sky. The way the flames moved, you could imagine they were dancing with joy or writhing in agony.
What are you doing here, anyway?
Do you really have to ask?
She avoided my gaze and turned back to the horizon. A cold breeze blew, ruffling her hair.
It's the night of day 9. You promised to tell me everything if I made it this far. I've done everything you asked. Followed all your instructions without question. So now it's your turn. It's time for you to keep your promise.
There was a long silence while I waited for a reply. Every time the wind blew through Hidiko's hair, it released a gentle, sweet aroma into the air. It was calming, comforting. I'd smelt it somewhere before recently, but I couldn't quite place it. Was this scent lavender? Just as I started to recognize it, Hidiko spoke up again.
No. It's not over yet.
Why not?
My instructions. I have one last order for you to carry out.
What is it?
Even now, she still wouldn't look at me, which made her request, little more than a whisper, even more surprising.
Kiss me.
Intensifies.
Huh?
Not for the first time that evening, I found myself at a complete loss for words. Was she serious? Was it a joke? I really couldn't tell. No, it had to be a joke. There's no way Hidiko would... Or maybe it was a trick. Maybe this was her plan all along. By giving me an impossible order like this, she would weasel out of our deal right at the end. You failed to uphold your end by refusing to carry out my orders. I don't have to tell you a thing. I could imagine her using that excuse to call the whole thing off. This girl was an evil genius. Although, what if it wasn't a joke or a trick? My palms were sweating. My throat was dry. I needed to decide how to deal with this and fast. Couldn't just stand there like a statue all night. I don't understand. How did it come to this? What am I supposed to do? There's no time to think about it. I just have to make a choice. What do I do here?